everybody. Welcome to the Rock House, where spiritual growth is and always will be the foundation. Okay, so I know it's been a while since I posted a video, and I'm sorry. Life is so happening, and a lot of things have happened in the last couple of weeks. One, my dad was taken to the ER the day before my birthday, which happened, and that's a great milestone. I'm knocking on the door of 50. Ooh. But there's no excuse. There's been a lot of things that happened. But overall, things are still good. Things are really good. So it kind of depends on my perspective. But I just wanted to start off and let you know that that's the reason I haven't posted any videos. I know the two of you who watched consistently were concerned. So thank you for your concern. Just letting you know that my dad is getting better. Things are looking up, and I'm excited that God is working things out. Doing what he does, I just sit back and enjoy the ride. So that does bring me to a question today. Why do bad things happen to good people? And I know you've probably wondered that before. I know I have. So we sit and think about all the things that have happened in our life, and you consider and wonder about, gosh, why does bad stuff keep happening to me? Sometimes we're the cause of the bad stuff. Sometimes it's other people who are the cause of bad stuff. And sometimes it's neither of those things. It's just life in general that happens to people in general. But as I ponder on the question, why do bad things happen to good people? I start to realize, and a revelation came to me, that why do we ask, why do bad things happen to good people, instead of asking, what can I learn from this bad situation? If it is truly a bad situation, because I think bad is always relative, depending on who you are, your circumstances, your background, where you are in the moment, where your mindset is. So I think there's a lot of factors that play into what constitutes bad. But a lot of times we have things that happen to us. Maybe it's an illness. Maybe it's a loved one who is ill. Maybe it's a friend that's ill. And not necessarily somebody who is ill, just maybe life situations where maybe job changes. Maybe you got fired. Maybe you've gotten into an argument with your spouse, with a friend. Maybe your day is just not going well. You just don't feel good. You just don't have a good attitude. It could be a whole host of things that could constitute what you would consider bad things. Now, looking at it from a different perspective, if you look at it from the perspective of, if we did not have these so-called bad things that happen in our life, how do we know when the good things happen? And how do we know when we are good if we never experience the bad? So I think it's necessary that so-called bad things happen, because when bad things happen, or things that we perceive as bad, I think it takes us to a whole new level, not only physically and mentally for ourselves, where we grow and change and we really dig deep and find out who we really are during those bad times, but it draws us closer to God. It draws us closer and deeper into a relationship with God. Because when you hit rock bottom, or you get to that point where you don't have the answers, it forces you to look elsewhere to find answers, whether it's within. And when you look within, that usually turns you to something greater than yourself. If it doesn't, then you got to really wonder how you're really going to get help or get out of that bad situation if you're turning to yourself, and yourself is probably the one who got you in the bad situation. So that would be kind of difficult to kind of turn within yourself and figure out, okay, self, how are we going to get out of this? And self is going to be like, I don't know, you got us in this. And it could be a cycle of just cray-crayness. And a lot of people, I think, experience that, and their only alternative, or the only alternative that they think they have, is to take themselves out, which is very unfortunate. It's very sad, but it's also very real. So where do you go when things get real deep, when things get real bad, when you talk to yourself and you say, okay, self, what's going on here? I believe you have to go to a higher source. For me, and that is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I dig deeper and figure out, okay, there's some bad stuff happening, or there's some stuff happening in my life that I don't quite understand, I don't actually agree with. What do I need to do to get out of this? I know for me, I can't go to me and try to figure that out. I have to go to someone who is bigger than me. And it just makes sense to go to the one who created me, my Lord and Savior. Because he created me, he knows every aspect of me, every part of my being, every hair on my head. Okay, I don't have any hair on my head, but he knows every little pore that could produce the hair that would be on my head if it still grew like it used to. Anyhow, but he knows me inside and out. He knows every intricate detail about me, every little blood cell that is in me, every part of me, he knows in great detail. So why wouldn't I go to him to figure out how to handle this bad situation, bad day, bad whatever it is, or just something I just can't figure out on my own? So my message to you is, find out what it is in this bad situation that you can learn from. What is it that's going to make you better? What is it that's going to draw you closer to God? What will cause you to say, you know what, I can't fix it. I'm going to God. I'm going to dig deeper and get in a deeper relationship with him and have him reveal to me what it is he wants to show me in this so-called bad situation. Because if you think about it, everything that has happened in your past that has been worthwhile, that has been the most rewarding, has probably come from, at that point in time, come from what you thought was a bad situation. If you really look back and think about it, if you think about athletes, and me, myself, I was an athlete. Yes, thank you very much. I was an athlete. I still try to be an athlete. Sometimes the body says no, but I still attempt it, trying to stay in shape. But even in that staying in shape part, there are days when I don't want to go work out. And I'm like, oh, it's a bad day. Or, oh, I'm hurting, my body aches. But as an athlete, I realized that you have to go through the bad in order to get to the good and what you want to be and the result you want to have. So the bad is the precursor to the successes I've had in life, the happy points I've had in life, the good stuff that has happened to me in my life has all derived from what I considered, or what I thought of at the time, was bad stuff. So don't look at things as necessarily bad, but look at them as necessary. So next time you're having a bad day, or you feel like something bad is happening in your life, instead of asking, why do bad things happen to good people, ask yourself, what is it in this bad situation that's going to make me better? It's going to make me stronger. That's going to draw me closer to God, so that he will reveal to me the character, the person who I really am, so I can be a much better person, not only for myself, but for those who are around me and those who are in my circle of influence. Wow, that was a lot. So that was pretty deep. That was deep for me anyway, the revelation I got. Hopefully it helped you. If not, that's okay. Thumbs down, do a thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe. Come back and visit me here at the Rock House, where you can get inside this dome and find out what's going on in my head. I ain't gonna give everything, because there's still some doors that are closed that are just not necessarily for the public. But everything else, hey, you're welcome to it. So let's continue to grow spiritually. Come back and see me here at the Rock House. See ya. And I love you.